A very colourful Michael, a very colourful Alison, and a very plain, dull Malcolm.
And a jingle.
Morning.
And a jingle, and a very colourful jingle.
But we need a colour. I mean, a plain.
We do.
Otherwise, it would be just too much.
Yeah.
Exactly. Separate these two.
It would be a mess. We were just commenting before that when we start the streaming, actually the last button that we have to press it says go live, but actually when I look at it, I always think it looks like go live, which I always think is perfect after.
Which is really lovely, yeah.
prayer.
After this, yeah. That's right, go live. Go
Go
out
live.
and live.
Great. There was a comment on the psalm. That psalm is quite often used for
Harvest.
Harvest.
Psalm 65. Yeah.
That's very beautiful, very poetic. And
So,
then,
we read Hosea, carrying on with Hosea 6 to 7.
More doom and gloom and judgment.
But because we had, didn't at the end of yesterday, wasn't everything a bit better?
Yeah, there were glimpses of hope, weren't there?
So,
and the expression of God's love and God's saying.
Poor Hosea. I mean, I wonder how he felt having to say all this. Probably lots of people being not very happy with him.
Yeah, he
Pushing him around and saying,
certainly wasn't somebody who would have been very popular.
no, having to speak like this all the time, and they probably all said, "Oh, you're just a misery, Gus."
And exactly, and he sort of says that priests, as robbers, lie in wait for someone, so the priests are banded together.
yes, what is that? What are the priests being bad here? Are they?
Yeah, they have.
Everyone is corrupt.
But particularly, he has a go at the priests. He says, you should be the ones who are setting the heartbeat for the nation.
Yeah.
Right.
That the rulers are ruling it, but you're the heart of it, and if you've got all...
And so they say they murder on the road. That was astounding.
And there's like in that first paragraph, there's 4 different towns mentioned. I mean, is that because he's just talking about the fact that it's the whole of Israel? Gilead, Shechem, Israel, anyway, it's the whole, and then Ephraim,
And Adam.
and then Judah. Yeah.
But for you also, he's been talking about the north, and then he says that single line.
And Judah.
For you also, Judah, a harvest is appointed.
So what does that mean? For you also, Judah,
In other words,
when they come back?
judgment will come on
Okay.
Judah as well. So far, this has all been up against the north. Against the people
Those
of the north.
places.
And now he says also Judah.
Oh, so when Judah's sort of sitting there thinking they're a little bit clever out there, he's
Exactly.
going,
Right,
wait.
and when I would restore the fortunes of my people, when I would heal Israel, the corruption of Ephraim is revealed. And the
So
wicked
what God is saying is, I long to do
I would
this,
do it.
but
So very bad.
Yeah.
And then moving on to 1 Corinthians 11. Again, I
I love Corinthians.
it's so rich. It is so rich.
I love the eating thing.
I know. What's happening is that their communion is slightly different from ours.
Right.
In that it was a proper sort of feast. People would come together and they would have the service, and then they would break bread. It was sort of almost breaking bread and sharing the wine was the sort of the beginning of the meal,
Right.
which would be a genuine meal,
Okay, rather than a sort of symbolic.
rather than just a symbolic piece of bread and
Right.
wine. But what was happening then was that they were
Yes.
splitting off, and so you
Go with your own supper.
You had the inset who were going with their Harrods hampers over to this side, and you had Joe from the allotment down the road coming along with his sort of
Potatoes and
potato, with his sort of eating there.
and tomatoes. Right.
Paul is pulling his hair out, saying, "What you call this the Lord's Supper?"
Right.
Absolutely, it's a genuine Lord's Supper is a shared lunch. I mean, it's when we have a shared lunch.
Yeah.
Right.
And people bring and everybody shares. It would be a bit like if you have a little group who go off on one side and just eat all the really nice stuff.
Right. It's amazing. It's really interesting. I love the idea. It's like eat at home and then and then come.
Well, he's being ironic. He's saying, he said, "Are you hungry? Is that why you're eating all your
Right.
chunk down?" Well, he said, "Haven't you got home? Go eat there. Come back." But at this point, this is the Lord's Supper.
Right. And it's really interesting. We watched a film last night called The Menu with Ralph Fiennes in it.
Yes.
And it's funny. And this idea comes in because he's this great chef, and he says, "You do not come here to eat.
Oh.
You come here to taste." That was really, and it's kind of like a little bit like this. It's like the Lord's Supper. It's not about just eating. It's about something profound and spiritual.
Something
More than
decent.
that.
That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
I
And
like that.
And it's really interesting because actually after,
that.
because actually we hadn't seen that yesterday, and it's amazing this reading comes after seeing the film because actually there are other things in the film that we thought you could actually preach a sermon on because he's a
There
creative person.
The menu.
Well, it's a menu. It's very interesting.
I must watch it.
But because it's about a person who sort of lost the love of what he does, and it's a bit dark. It's a
You've
bit.
got that whole amazing story as well of Babette's feast, haven't you? Where she just basically spends all her inheritance and by doing that,
It's
makes
one of
this
my
amazing
favourite films.
Oh,
I
it's
just-
fantastic.
Anyway, just back to what we just read.
And
Because
yes.
it then comes this whole bit
That was very
about
important.
this bit about sort of this
Really
about
keen.
not eating or drinking the cup of the Lord in an unworthy manner. I mean, this is quite sort of serious stuff in one sense, you know.
Right.
Well, it is serious stuff about judging yourself, and it sort of says we need to discern the body of the Lord. That is, discern that here Jesus Christ is present as we eat and drink, but also discern the body of the Lord in our brothers and sisters who are around us.
Right.
These people are part of the Lord's.
What's actually without discerning the body? Does he mean we need to come and prepare ourselves in the sense of we need to think what we've done, judge ourselves essentially?
Exactly. There is that judging yourself. As I say, discerning the body, recognising that here is Christ.
Right.
Christ is present with us in whatever way you wish to believe in the bread and wine, but Christ is present. And also, as I said, the body of Christ, all the people are the body of Christ, that Christ is here as well.
And this line, this is my body that is for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Is that where we get the prayer?
Yes, and also it
There's
comes
a
from
few
Jesus
other
as
people.
well.
Right. Oh, he
Jesus
says that, right,
himself.
At the Lord's Supper.
So, yeah,
Oh, he
so
says
that's-
that, of
yeah.
course he does.
But again, this is what Paul says here, for I received from the Lord what I handed on to you. So in other words, that Jesus on the night.
Right.
So yeah,
Amazing.
lovely.
But essentially, but it is a sort of about a meal,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
Absolutely.
And essentially, you find Babette's Feast is a great film about a meal. Essentially, you have a
But I need to watch this film, The Menu.
The Menu.
Maybe not.
yeah. it's an interesting film.
Any other good films, put them on the chat. But
Yeah.
About meals.
About meals, specifically,
Yeah, I am
yeah.
thinking of one actually already.
Right.
The restaurant one.
Great.
Lovely. Have
Okay.
a wonderful day, and hope to see you soon.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy
Friday.
weekend.
See you next week.
Oh yeah. So are you here on Monday?
Probably.
We're not here on Monday.
We're actually. We may be here on Monday. I'm not sure, but we're doing the visa run. We're having to do the visa
Right.
run back to the UK.
But we'll be here.
But morning prayer will be being continued on by our faithful
Wow.
loyal team here.
As a team, yeah, we're all going to be doing this
Fantastic.
together.
Lovely.
Great.
Bless
Okay.
you. Bless
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.